Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of a big, bad Ralph? Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite, Rafael talking to you straight from our show here, the Written Writ. A show where you and I and you take a journey together to become better writers. This week, we shall be covering your villain or villain creation. Because I promised we shall make you the greatest villain this world has ever known. Well, something like that. And of course, as we were talking last week, the hero's journey. I bring that up because the hero's journey is not only for the hero. It is for everybody. You have a hero's journey, I have a hero's journey. It is how we get from point A to point B. It is what happens to us in life and how we react to it. And most people, or all people, don't react the same way. What happens to you is your personal hero's journey. And what you decide to do with that hero's journey is how you come out at the end. Now, the hero's journey is the path. Everybody takes a hero's journey. And when you take the hero's journey, you have choices. If you do the right choices, you will become the hero. If you do the wrong choices, you shall become the villain. And this is where we are. You want to create your villain and know who he is or she is, because you have seen them grow. You have seen them take their hero's journey and maybe take a wrong path. You may be wondering, but Ralph, what is it that you're exactly talking about? Well, let's take Hitler, for example. Hitler, when he started off his life, was a decorated war hero. He was someone who wanted to be a painter. So, if Hitler had been accepted into the art school that he wanted to go into, if they had not rejected his paintings, where would Hitler be? It's possible that he still would have become the despot that he was, but because of this difference, this different path, this different choice in the hero's journey, who knows where he would have been? Maybe right now we would be celebrating Hitler as a famous artist. You see, he took his hero's journey, and instead of accepting the rejection and maybe continuing to do his art, because who are they? Who cares? Maybe I should just continue to draw. Maybe I should continue to paint. That's another path he could have chosen, instead of taking that rejection and then accepting in defeat not being able to be an artist. And when we are taken, or when something is taken away from us that we really care about, it makes us into a different person. When we love something and it's taken away from us, we become someone else. Some people handle it better than others. That is part of the hero's journey. One person may come out of it unscathed or learn the lesson and better for it. Another person may let this deteriorate their brain and become something that is not quite what they were before. Something that is angry, something that is upset, something that wants revenge. And on top of that, one of the greatest things that happens is jealousy. We get jealous. Let's say when you were in school, you had a student, a bully, who would come after your lunch money. Why did he come after the lunch money? Was it because he was just evil? It's possible. There is evil in the world. but it's rare for somebody to just be evil. Usually what happens is somebody has a reason for it. It could be that as simple as he didn't have any money and he needed money for his own lunch. That's a simple one. It could be that he was upset that you had the lunch money and he didn't have the lunch money, so he wanted to take that away from you. It could be that he was upset, or he saw that you had a better life, that you had that life that he wanted. It may not have been the perfect life, especially to you, but to him, seeing you with your lunch money and with caring parents and with whatever it is that made him jealous, that made him want to come after you, now we have a villain. Now we have someone who is trying to destroy you. And our villains have their own reasons, their own choices, their own things. And again, it's all part of the hero's journey. What is it that's happening? Why do some people take that other path? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Sometimes you have a person who is trying to do good in the world, and they think they're doing the right thing. Maybe they themselves do not believe themselves to be a villain. Maybe they think they are a hero, and they are changing the world for a better. They just get obsessed, or they think they are doing the right things for everybody, and they get carried away. Here's another type of villain. And you have all of these villains. Now, you don't need a villain. You just need somebody who's going to antagonize your protagonist. And there we go. You have your protagonist and your antagonist. And we all know the protagonist is our hero. He is the one who the story is about. And of course, we have an antagonist who antagonizes the protagonist. And he helps cause where the story is going, what's going on. You need somebody to be sticking that stick into the hero and trying to stop them or whatever it is. The antagonist does not have to be a villain. It could just be something or someone who is getting in our hero's way, in our protagonist's way. I hope you understand all that, because it makes sense to me. All right, so you understand the hero's path, the hero's journey is paths. And we all take the hero's journey, and we all have to choose our paths. And it is that choice that makes us who we are. And of course, sometimes we mean well, but we end up somewhere else, like hell. Like I said, it doesn't mean that there isn't evil in the world. It just means that usually evil happens for a reason. All right? Of course, you can do evil as an evil, but explain it. Let's go back to that lunch money deal. We can have our evil person just like or getting a kick out of the fact that it's getting lunch money. Now that's just evil for the sake of evil. Maybe he's killing animals, pets. You know, you want to show how this person is evil from the get-go, from childhood and up. You know, I know there are a lot of people just wanting to just, well, he's just evil. I find this lazy. You know, I want to know why the villain is evil. There has to be a reason. If he's just evil, then I want to know what he's been doing all this time. What makes him evil? Why do I have to accept the fact that he's evil? I'm not saying that you cannot make a story with just the fact that, oh, he's evil. But I find that you breaking down your villainous character into a way that you can understand why this character has taken the hero's journey and chosen the path of being a villain. Why? This might help you in writing your story, in creating what needs to be created. Because our characters live, they're alive. They have their own story to tell, and they want to tell you the story so you can share it with everybody else. I hope you understand that. And evil for the sake of evil, it's possible and it happens, but there should be more. Where did your character come from? Why are they evil? Don't just make your villain evil. Explain why they're evil. Or showcase in the story that you're writing why you call them evil. Why are they bad? Do they think they're bad, like we saw before? Or is it just that they think they're doing something good, but it's actually something bad? A purely evil person is rare. Evil for the sake of evil is rare. Now, we have all this. Maybe you don't have a villain for your story. So you have to ask yourself, what does your story need? What kind of villain does your story need? What is it that you need to do to stop your hero from accomplishing what he needs to do? It could be a person. It could be a place, an event. What is it that the hero needs to do to overcome? And if it is a person, who is this person? Why does this person want to stop our hero? It's a good question. Let's go back to my friend here, Maxie, or as you may know him, Maximus T. Jones, my detective from my detective story. You see, Maxie has a villain who's been trying to do what he needs to do. And he has a reason why he's doing it. And Maxie and this guy have been friends since they were in the army together. And they were good friends, close friends, brothers. They saved each other's lives countless times. So now I'm going to read you an excerpt. Who have I really hurt? Can you tell me that, Maxie? Only those that deserved it. Are you really going to tell me that you can't see that? I tried to reason with him. Jack, it's not up to us to decide. We can't. His anger rises as he cuts me off. Who do we leave it up to then? The corrupt system? They released these bastards and even called them innocent. You know what, Maxie? You keep right on doing the right thing. You can keep on trying to save them. I know I can get through to them. Jack, this is not the way. They wouldn't. I don't even get to finish my sentence before I see an inferno ignite from my old friend. It takes me aback as he pulls a gun out at me. His eyes look black as his stare makes my hair stand on end. Don't. The gun clicks, ready to fire. Don't you even mention them. He's gritting his teeth. His heart rate is raging. Death is now looking at me as I see not even a spark of my old friend. My heart speeds up as I realize for the first time my life could end. His dark eyes stare at me for seconds that pass like days. He finally speaks, but I don't even recognize the voice. Stop! Stop trying to save me, Max. I'm already dead. I died a long time ago. I died that horrible night. With them. Stay out of my way, Maxie. I really don't want to see you hurt. There are people in this world that need to be punished. And I will make sure that they pay. There is no blood money that can pay me. No lie they can tell me to save them from me. Let God forgive them when they see Him. I am not God. Forgiveness will not be given, but they will know penance when they see me coming. And that is our friend Jack. who has been friends with Maxie for a long time, and he has become something else because of the death of his wife and child. He has chosen path that has put him in confrontation with our detective Maximus T. Jones. As you can see, I've used his backstory to bring him at odd with Maxie. Now, I will read our second one. I know you weak, pathetic excuse for a man. You don't have the balls to do anything. So put that big, powerful gun away before you hurt yourself. Diego smiled, a twisted, sinister smile, the kind of smile that makes chills run up and down your body when you see it. Marcello stopped his advance upon seeing the smile as the gun cocked. You don't know me. You know what she told you. You know who she knew. You don't know me. The smile becomes bigger, more wicked. The madness behind it swirls in Diego's eyes. First shot hits Marcello right in the leg. Did you ever consider that she changed me? Another shot rings out, hitting Marcello in the left leg. That I became a better person because of her. Marcello screams as a bullet rips through his right arm at his shoulder. That maybe, just maybe, I left behind my lust for bringing the world to perdition. It sounds like thunder right before Marcello feels the bullet rip through his left shoulder. Diego walks over to the wounded Marcello, a smile even wider. A twisted look of pleasure frozen on his face. He steps on Marcello's leg wound, grinding the wound as he says, I know you. I see your kind often, and I take great pleasure in what I am going to do to you. I didn't kill her. She's still alive. The smile on his face finally faded as Diego comes close to Marcello and whispers in his ear. No, you didn't kill her. But what you did was far worse. The smile returns to his face as he continues to whisper. Do you know, it only takes 20 pounds of pressure to rip someone's ear off. Marcello screams echo down the empty streets. Well, there you go. I don't know if you consider him a villain or not. Maybe you consider him an anti-hero. But these phrases, these things, are so numerous. Because he could be a villain. He could be an anti-hero. He could be whatever you want. Now, I ask you this. You've heard both little stories here. Are they the same person? It's a good question. I know what I think. You let me know what you think. As you can see, our villain here is doing what he's doing for a reason. But he seems to have a bloodlust. He seems to have a knack for wanting revenge. It seems that the one he loves has been hurt by this Marcello. Yet, he's chosen a different path than the hero would have chosen. The hero probably would have taken him to jail or whatever. We still don't know what exactly was done to our heroine or with a girl. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe it's all in his head. You have to ask yourself all this. As I said, your characters are alive. Let them talk to you. Hear their story. Flesh out who they are. And it will help you in your writing. And it will help your writing by leaps and bounds. Let's go back to Hitler again. Did you know that he had a very overbearing father? This is one of the reasons why he became who he is. Now, I bring that up just to say that Abraham Lincoln had a tough life, yet he overcame his tough life, his overbearing father, his many failures, and he became the President of the United States. He chose his hero's path, even with all the things that had gone wrong. It would have been easy for him to choose another path because his life was so hard and so difficult. I hope you take both these examples and see what I'm talking about. These are real life examples of choosing your path once you've done the hero's journey. With that, this is Rafael signing off. Well, hello there, Apple Bites. I hope you really liked the show this week, and you give me a thumbs up. Now, don't get carried away over there. I'm not being villainous or anything. You can do as you please, but make sure you give me a comment down below and let me know why you didn't or did like this show, or what you think of the hero's journey, the villain's path. Am I talking gibberish, or am I telling the truth? And of course, take a bite out of the apple and become an Applebite, because you know you want to. That way you can know when my show comes out on Sunday, or when Kadma tells one of her entertaining stories, or lets you know about life as she talks about her own. Of course, her shows come out on Saturday and Wednesday, and you should really check them out. But don't let me force you into it.